Welcome back, folks. Some sort of trashy blue flags somebody's decided to hang up here in London, spoiling lovely, beautiful Parliament Square. And as if that wasn't bad enough, they're now playing silly music. As usual. Right, I'm going to talk really loud because hopefully that will avoid the copyright issue with the original version of that song. If not, I'll have to cut out the video. I think we're probably going to be okay because I'm walking away from it and it's massively behind us now. And I think that realistically is the 9-10 seconds that are allowed under the terms of fair usage. It will certainly be interesting to see, actually, whether or not that counts when I upload this. So this video might appear later than one was hoping. But thankfully I didn't walk all the way over to the phone boxes, only to then have that happen and have to leave. Now, why have we got so many officers out today? Hold on, where are they going? Oh, they're actually heading on to King Charles Street. Interesting. Now, people, update about yesterday. All complete lies. I couldn't believe it. They said it was going to be bright and sunny and warm and lovely today. I mean, it is kind of warm. Bright and sunny, I mean, brightish. Not super sunny, unfortunately. That is annoying. Because I was hoping to get us a lovely, crisp, clean, clear, glorious video. But hey, I mean, I'll do my best. Yeah, I don't know why so many police. I assume they would come out and go that way, toward Parliament Square. But they're actually filing back into vans on King Charles Street, probably to go back to the station and have some breakfast. That would be my guess, yeah. Okay, so, time. In fact, now we didn't go over to the phone boxes, yeah, it's actually 10 to 12, which is possibly ideal because depending on how many people are at the front and how busy it is, we might be able to simply stop at horsey number 1 and watch that first changeover. Depending on how busy it is, I'll possibly try and film the 2 horses we've got out. You're not imagining things, guys. I'm not walking through Barcelona right now, despite I'm back there with the megaphone. We are in central London and there are people wearing short sleeves. Okay. I still think at some point in today's video we will be spotting bobble hats. I honestly do. But most people, yeah, taking off the winter kit and enjoying massively improved weather. We're on a bit of a crescendo, heading up towards 18 degrees, probably either tomorrow or the day after. So let's hope that's the case anyway. Oh. Massive pushchair. Awkward to squeeze in. It's okay, it's okay. Go ahead. Oh, no. She doesn't want to go ahead. Didn't want to appear in today's video, so she graciously let me pass first. How thoughtful. Now, you will have noticed, ladies and gents, I mean, well, maybe you did, maybe you didn't. There is a substantial amount of that along Whitehall. In fact, the entire other side has been effectively barriered off. Now, annoying as it might sound, I'm not entirely certain why. I haven't actually looked at the calendar for this weekend's events, or indeed this week's events, but I'm guessing it's to do with the fact that we've got these senior military personnel visiting London at the end of this week. I can't remember if it was actually tomorrow or Friday. But yeah, they're coming to London to meet Comrade Starmer and Zinoviev, Kamenevsky, Bukharin and the rest of the cabinet to discuss plans for this coalition of the willing. I mean, I'm not sure what they're willing to do, but it's kind of a fancy buzzword. Diplomats in London today actually discussing something or other. These 3 vehicles all have diplomatic plates. 1, 2, 3. Sadly, guys, none of them is Daddy driving me home after filming. Yeah, I know. It would be nice, wouldn't it? But not today. I think actually another 2-3 degrees. I'm going to be ready to strip off, guys. Yeah, I'm going to be ready to let it all sort of hang free in the wind. It is actually, now I've, you know, walked a little bit, yeah, quite reasonable. No gloves on, hands are not feeling that, a little bite from the cold air. I mean, that's got to be a positive, right? Let's hope the Blues and Royals agree. Now, odd as it might sound, I'm hoping that some of our favourite troopers aren't here right now. And the reason I'm hoping that they're not here right now is simple. These two horses will be leaving very soon. So if our favourite troopers were here right now with these horses, then there's a problem. It means they'll be gone. This end, actually, interestingly enough, wait, let's see if we can get the horse. Lady Trooper. First off, yeah. Look. Lady Trooper and Lady Horse, folks. I wasn't expecting that. I was kind of thinking to myself, if it's going to be female, it would immediately be one of the sisters. But that said, we do know the Blues have got more Lady Guards than the Life Guards, by some considerable margin, in fact. There are at least 15 that I know of. I don't know them, but I know of them. So,
if you don't, if you've got any,
guys, I'm just getting harassed by some idiot.
You've been arrested, you're a bully.
Okay, big boy. Okay, folks, let's carry it back on the horse. New day, new fun. Sometimes coming to horse guards is like being at play school. Okay, it's quite big actually. Number of people that are in the yard this morning. Now, I was going to take a picture of this horse for Horse of the Day, folks. But you know what? I'm not going to. Why? Because there are too many people now walking through. Now, I'm just debating to myself: do we decide to head into the yard, or do we stay at the front? What do we think? It's a 50-50. Wait, first thing, other horse, then yard. How about that? Oh, wait, David Cameron's here, the ex-Prime Minister. Look. Actually, it's a bit of a pity, in fact. Two guys that we do like very much are on duty right now. Look. It's honestly David Cameron. Wait, let me tease him. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, this is the other horse, guys, at the other end. Gosh, I had people on my stream a minute ago saying, "Are you David Cameron?" There is coming. You must have heard that before.
I'd get lynched, I think, if I was David.
Yeah, I know. It's not a thing you want to be proud of, is it? That's for sure. Oh, goodness, what a nice guy, folks. Funny, but I mean, I honestly did think for a second, hold on, that's David Cameron. Very, very similar looking. 1 second, guys. Let's have a little look. Ta-da! Smiley tourist. I mean, the reason I'm hesitant about the yard is the fact that there are so many people in the yard already. And after this change is finished, there's going to be everyone that's come through the tunnel after the palace guard change, which means the yard is going to be absolutely chocker. And we haven't got a double changeover. So I think the sensible thing is going to be this end for the moment. Let's leave Tuck in his misery at the other end. If we stay at this end, the easiest thing is going to be obviously to film what's happening now, but also to film the replacement horsey who comes into the box. I will, if there's enough time, take a picture of this beauty in the sunshine as our horse of the day today. Right. Hold on. Bingo. Oh, is he going to look at the camera? Is he also? Nope, he's not in the mood, folks. He doesn't want to be. Picture of the day today. In fact, he's busy talking. Look, he's like, oh God, this flipping guy wants to take my picture. Nope, he doesn't want to look yet. 1 second. If he turns his head to look at us. There we are. Of course, I'm trying to talk. Come on, please. He's leaving in a minute, so if I don't get it now, guys, it's not going to happen. Okay, it just leaves the hoof number. We move right out and back in again to quickly get the hoof. Otherwise, there's no point in having a horsey of the day without knowing which horsey of the day it actually is. Great. Obviously, the hoof has to be in the flipping shade, doesn't it? Actually, guys, one second. I might be able to tell you which one it is now. Hold on, I've got a bit of space around me for the moment. Yeah, let's give you an ID right now on this one, making sure no one is behind me to grab the phone. It's one we've seen before many times, but the name is escaping me right now. Instinctive, I'm thinking Yosemite. Instinctively. Let's hope I'm right. If I'm not, I know that some of you will correct me pretty much straight away in the comments. This end, guys, in the sunshine, in fact, before this changeover, is really, really warm. I put 2 light layers on, it was a mistake. You could easily be walking around in the centre here with just a t-shirt today. So that's a bit of an error on my part, schoolboy error. If I decide at any point to pause the video, I'll tell you beforehand in order to remove this top. I think I'll be okay, but we'll see. I'd rather be a teeny bit chill, it keeps me alert. One second. Family on the right, let's leave them for a second. Getting their pictures. I'm still looking in the yard actually, it's looking... it's a difficult one, people. I'm on the fence. I'm not literally on the fence, but you know what I mean. I kind of am on the fence actually. I'm just thinking, to be fair, now that we've got Yosemite in today's video, who we might like to get next. What we'll do actually, we'll go back to the other end, and the reason we'll go back to the other end is not only because we're not directly like 100% in the sunshine, but also because typically speaking, when the new horse comes out, if he's a bit sort of, fruity unsettled, it's always at this end that he's fruity and unsettled. 9 times out of 10 anyway. Whole of France has just arrived as they're going into the yard. Now, this one, look, it's not as shy as Yosemite. Straight away, eye contact, trying to figure it out while we're pointing the camera at him. Yikes. I mean, look at this, folks. We've got a massive surge of people escaping. I think they're going to start telling everybody to get behind the bollards pretty soon. Yeah, look. Everyone's just sort of flooding out into the middle here. It's a massive group. And actually, good morning. Even the troopers just told them, I'm not sure if the microphone picks it up, she just said, I think move or behind the bollards. I heard something. Definitely she said something. Oh, the police officer's not having it this morning. He's like, keep going, keep going, keep going. Everyone, get back further than you are now. Yep. Yikes. I mean, this, with the sunshine, I think is something of a portent, guys, of what is coming very soon, i.e. next week, or starting next week. I've got some Frenchies behind me, folks, giving us an alternative commentary. I'm not sure if they're discussing fashion in the Marseille and south of France region. I've got no idea what they're talking about, but it's behind me. We've got, interesting enough, I don't know how that's happened, people that are not behind the white line, they're actually around the corner. I'm guessing possibly family members who have been allowed to stand there. Oh, wait, is the horsey unsettled? She's gesturing to her class, look, to come this way, which is problematic as, strictly speaking, no one is supposed to be. Look, either that or she's trying to wave. She's saying, wait, she's saying follow, like, follow, subscribe. Oh, look at this guy, looks like he's going to walk into the guard. Okay, so the other horse that was a little bit frisky is not in a good mood, doesn't want to go in the box, look. Not yet anyway. Oh, he's spinning. Oh my goodness me. That scream was at that kid in the, actually it's not a kid, it's a teacher in the burgundy jacket. She was out a little too far. Other horse still spinning around in the yard and doesn't want to settle. The trooper is just come out of the stables, possibly to help lead the horse in. He's not a happy boy, this one. I'm not sure how closely we can see it, but we can see it. Yeah, that horse has gone straight back in. Couple of horses there. In. Okay, so remarkably, without even realising it, we made the right decision to be at this end. Oh, lady next to me is asking, sorry guys, we're a bit zoomed in, is asking me whether, is asking the trooper whether they're allowed to get photos. I think because she's a little uncertain, I'll mention to her in a second that she can. Here is the Blues and Royals Gatesmanator that we saw for the first time a few days ago. Wow, how quickly did they get the new horse and new trooper out? Wait, hold on. Is that... Wait, that might actually be the... I can't see from here. I've got a feeling that might be the lady trooper at the other end, temporarily, who was just at this end. I can't see. It's a little bit far, but instinctively I think it's the lady trooper that just left. They're having a bit of a laugh here about something this morning. I'm not sure what they're laughing about, but they're all smiles and laughter. I wish I had the other phone actually. This would have made a beautiful picture with the two troopers in the sunshine having a bit of a chat and a laugh. Got one, but it wasn't clear. Okay, Gatesman, being a gent, is waiting a moment instead of just ploughing straight through the school group with his blade. Look at this. Right, so we're outside the box that has a new horse. I'm not yet going to move to the other end. Why? If that is the female trooper that was at this end, she will leave shortly when they've got a new horse to replace her. If, on the other hand, it's not her, she'll likely stay until the end. If she stays until the end, we will be able to go to that end. Huh? Some kid is having a massive meltdown and arguing with his dad behind it. We'll leave them to it. It's packed, people. This is what we're dealing with at the moment. As you can see, an absolute sea of tourists, visitors, guests, and curious locals. Yeah, considerable numbers actually, to be honest with you. Anything happened so far earlier on today?
I came just like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, quiet.
It was quiet, but now it's busy.
It's not going to last though, is it, if it keeps on being like this, that's for sure.
Good day.
I've just realised though I've got too many clothes on, it's like really hot now. You've got all of this. And I'm thinking I'm hot.
Very funny, you know, when you come without clothes, it's very cold.
This is the problem because we're standing still so much.
And
No?
I checked online, the weather. It says cold.
Exactly.
I don't know what's wrong with these people.
Yeah,
They are giving it wrong.
massively so. I know it's annoying because you don't know how to get dressed.
And my gimbal in the world.
Oh wait, so you're holding it manually?
Yeah.
Oops. Okay, Charleston in the house. Is this gent from Charleston? Maybe. I think it's Charleston,
They changed the horse.
North Carolina.
Remember, there was another guard came.
I'm 99% certain that is the lady trooper that was here before. That's how the horse came straight back out so
horse
quickly.
went back, the original horse.
I know, but what I'm saying is that horse, that new horse came out, then obviously had a meltdown and went back in again. I'm pretty sure she is the one that was at this end before and has now gone to that end temporarily. I'm 90% certain it's her.
So you mean they want to change it?
In other words, they haven't changed. She's just gone to that end temporarily while they're preparing a new
she was
horse.
here?
Yeah, I'm sure she was the same one, though.
That means that was going to come.
Yeah, because the new horse came out, span around, and they took it back in. So,
That's what I was saying.
never seen that before, though. The same trooper out, like, for part of a second shift.
That was going to bleed too much. All the soldiers there.
Yeah.
The new horse going to bleed. When the new horse comes, it doesn't.
Yeah, exactly.
So I wonder if gimbal will be all right.
What's happened? Overheated or it ran out of battery?
It's not charging.
Oops, that again.
I look at that. I mean, it's too high.
Oh, folks, China in the house again, nice and early this morning. We did, I saw it, get our first person getting told to get out of the box. That happened very quickly. This particular trooper, as we know, we've seen him many times, on foot and in the box primarily. Absolute no-nonsense trooper. Firm, fair, it doesn't hold back. Oh, flipping, I thought we were going to get a different kind of show then. So So I'll focus on what's happening here, folks. Not because the other end doesn't matter, but because, as I said, I'm pretty sure it's the same horse and the same trooper. Because how else would they have had somebody ready to come out within 30 seconds of the other horse going back in? He's in the box, and now he's not in the box. Bruce Lee reactions there, in fact, that was fast. Yep. Some short sleeves already, people. Oh, yep, bro, don't worry about the person already getting a picture. They're all kind of, oh, next one. Is he thinking about her foot? Probably, but not enough to care. Oh, I think this chap in green is a Spanish recruit to the regiment. Look at that tash. Okay, guys, we're not shooting a new Hong Kong thriller here at Horseguards today. It might look like it. I haven't yet spied Andy Lau, Chow Yun-fat, or any of my other favourite actors. Actually, it's Meltdown Kid that's right next to me right now. Too many people are actually standing in front of one another. Which, to be fair, is hardly a surprise considering how busy it is. I am effectively squished in here for the moment. Take 1 or 2 steps back. Spider-Man. It looks as though he was waving at the camera, guys. He wasn't waving at the camera. His partner's standing right next to me. It's funny actually because oh, this little bro is right in the box, and here comes a lot of that post-palace Malay. She's in the box. Another one. Look out of the box. Oh, sorry. Sorry, guys. Thought someone was talking to me. 1 second. Tori's finished taking her picture. Let's have a wander into the yard, people. Get out of the sun for a couple of minutes. We can always come back to the front, and we also want to double check whether or not the other lady at the other end is indeed the same trooper. I'm intrigued by that because I don't ever remember them bringing out a new replacement horse within moments of the first horse deciding doesn't want to work. So that's a huge, in my mind, a huge positive, if I'm honest. Trooper here, Chitsman, in the archway. He's lucky today. Why is he lucky? Because he is able, just for the moment, to keep his head out of the sunlight. And I tell you what, wherever that sunlight is shining is pretty warm, folks. It is pretty warm today. Why is it warm? Well, because this yard, that side behind me, is a massive sun trap. So whilst the good part of it, i.e. the tunnel part, is kind of, I wouldn't say chill, but I mean, it's certainly a lot cooler than the rest of it. Yeah, he's pulled the short straw. Gatesman. I mean, judging by how quickly he marches, he's probably one of the fittest fellows in the Blues and Royals. He will be leaving his post in a few minutes to go back to the front. And we'll see him then. So that's what's happening in the yard. And as if by an absolute miracle, look at this. There's the new horse entering the box, which means, of course, the other horse is going to leave the box and come into the yard. We will get to see in a second when that happens. Look, actually having to wait for all the tourists to get out of the way. It is indeed, as I suspected, the lady trooper that was in the box initially at the other end. So she came out, took over boxman duties for her colleague briefly. In other words, she extended her shift by, I don't know, 10 minutes, which, to be fair, was a lovely thing to do, was it not? That was lucky, wasn't it? I wasn't actually expecting that we'd get to see that right in front of the camera, but we did. So new horse out, and I can't see actually whether or not the new, inverted commas, new horse is actually different to the first one that the trooper came out on. I'll have a look in a second. I didn't get enough of a close look to see, in all honesty, whether or not it was the same one or a different one. The front is just, it is absolutely chocker-wocker blocker, folks. It's packed at the front today. Yikes. Wow. I mean, where do we start? Look at this. I mean, I'm just going to pan across generally, not looking or filming at anything particularly. It's just, it's absolutely chocker. Look at them all. Flipperoo. Instinctively, I don't think it is the same horse that the trooper was on before. I'll leave that to you guys. It's very hard to see these things, especially as I wasn't in front of that box when it happened. But we're going to focus at this end for the moment. Sorry guys, can I go through? Thanks a lot, thank you. And the reason we're going to focus at this end is, one, well, I mean, there are two reasons actually. The first is that I can stay out in the sunshine for a minute. And secondly, more importantly, we know how seriously this particular trooper takes boxman duties. And people getting in his way. Incredibly seriously, to be honest. This feels like the first day of summer, folks, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, all of us, every single person I think that's filming here today, misjudged the weather. Yep, we did. But that's okay. I'm expecting at some point very soon police forces likely coming through the tunnel out to the front here. It's exactly 12:15. If they don't appear in the next 10 minutes, then they would have taken a different route back from Buckingham Palace this morning. Bing bong. I'm just looking actually to see how many people are going to come out, because I'm hoping that this might be it. And now the people that came through are just taking turns to get their pictures. Okay, so the Gatesman is approaching, folks, and that is concerning, just because of the sheer enormous number of people standing here. Get ready. There it is, ladies and gents. That's what you wanted, isn't it? That is the way to push the peasantry aside. Oh, hold on. Oh my god. I actually thought that was going to be me. That was super, super, super close. In fact, that was too close for comfort, guys. I don't need a haircut, I tell you. Well, I mean, I do, but not that kind of a haircut. They're having a bit of a chuckle, chatting a chuckle, actually, about it. Or so it would appear. I can't really blame them. Okay, he's coming back. Let me get way, 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 way out of his way. He is absolutely outstanding, is he not? Incredible. Absolutely lovely. The way that the crowd were elegantly cleared out of the way. Good thing to see, folks. And more importantly, a good thing to hear, I would say. No? Overall. The trouble is, they come out the gate, see it, think, what's this? And then wait. In other words, blocking his way yet again. I'm happy to step forward because this time we know 100% he's not going to need to go where I'm standing. Absolutely brilliant stuff, eh? Especially considering how many people there are in the yard and at the front today. That was beautifully navigated, wasn't it? A single shout pretty much made everybody jump out of their skin. Wow. He's headed off to the end of the tunnel, and as we've got such a huge number of people coming over toward horseguards from Buckingham Palace, I'm thinking to myself that it's a 50-50 that he might decide to stop. But if he does stop, there are, dozens of tourists right now at this end. Now, last time he kind of tricked us and turned around and came back. I bet he's going to do it again. Nope, he's going to stop. Brilliant. Yep, he's stopping. Not for long. The key question is going to be, are the tourists going to be respectful of the Gatesman while he's waiting here? What do we think? I don't think we've ever seen this many people sort of flooding. Oh, somebody just waved at him. I hope nobody touches him or makes physical contact. Okay, here come the Chelsea pensioner, in fact, on the left. Gosh, it's all happening now. Oh, very quickly. First time in ages we've got a couple of respectful tourists getting a picture at the end of the tunnel with the Gatesman. The thing is, now they've done it, there's at least 50 people behind me, many of whom are going to want to do the same thing. Here we go, get ready for it. How patient will he be with the tourists? What do we think? 15 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute, 5 minutes? No one knows. That's the best part of this. No one knows how long he will or won't stand here. Some people are being very respectful and standing really far back. Oh, look. Girls, like, is he real? Beautiful light for this. No, it's okay, guys, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. A lot of people waiting next to what? Just not sure where to stand. I did say, didn't I, a little while ago, feels like the first day of summer. Ladies and gents, I mean, it does now, doesn't it? I mean, this fantastic Gatesman. Oh, Lionel Richie's here. He's looking young these days, in fact. I think he's probably been having cryogenic therapy. Honestly, if only he knew that I was stuck on you. And it's me you're looking for. You can see it in your eyes. I'm trying to remember some Lionel Richie lyrics, folks. And we got it, look. Beautifully, cleanly. Maybe 5 or 6 people got a picture with him. Yeah, a couple of funny moments. Lovely. Okay, I honestly did not think for a second that he was going to wait, because twice when they were here last time, he tricked us. He's like, okay, follow me then, and waste your time. And we did, and he won, and I and you, vicarious viewers, lost. Really enjoyed that, actually. That was really fun to see, because I don't know how long he's going to stand there. And, even standing still for 30 seconds is not an easy thing to do. Especially if you've got random members of the public flooding around you, breathing on you, annoying and pointing at you. Right, let's get back to the front. Let's get a teeny weeny bit of footage of the horse on the left. We're going to have to be much more cautious, in fact, of where I'm standing to film, because I like to be able to quickly get into the yard and into the tunnel, and that obviously is very problematic when it's this busy. Oh, Lionel's back. Yeah, if only he knew about my endless love for his lyrics. Oh, wait, hold on a second. I didn't ask for your autograph. To give his autograph, didn't even ask for it. That's the Spanish Lionel Richie, so he's Lionel Vici. It's a tall group leader shouting. Now this horse looks like he's completely frozen, look. doesn't care less. I mean, another kind of indicator that people are, I wouldn't say struggling with the temperatures, but certainly have noticed them. People sitting on the ground over there. That's the public highway, so they're completely allowed to do that. But it's unusual, in fact, to see people sitting on the ground. Okay, so that's that horse. Now, the packed end. Can we find a space? Is the Pope a Catholic? Thing is, I prefer to be out of the direct sunshine and as close as possible to direct in front of the sign. So we'll aim for that. I've got half a china here at the moment, so it might take a while. Oops, squeezing in. Squish, squishy, squeezy. Oh, it's like Lanyard World, in fact. Maybe it's an NHS conference on the left. I can't go any closer for the moment because there are people in front of me, and to be honest, I don't really need to. This gives us a pretty clear view of what's happening to the side of the box. Oh, this bro is, I mean, he was briefly in. Gosh, they're being super careful actually about where they stand. I know some of you prefer to see the line. I'm doing my best, folks, to include the line. Easier said than done, actually, half the time. This trooper has the best poker face. Oh! Honestly, Lionel's starting to annoy me. Everywhere we go, he turns up. And he's in the box, look. To be honest, I think I'm going to delete all of his music on my Spotify after this. Really hoping this guy doesn't step over the line. That'll be a bit unfortunate. Where are today's police horses, people? I haven't missed them. I mean, if I have missed them, I apologise, but I'm 99% certain I haven't missed them. You can probably see that head bobbing just in front of me. That's why it's sometimes difficult to include the line, because if one person stands in front of... Oh, there we are, these two told to get out of the box again. If one person stands in front of me, it's really hard to film over their head. Okay, for the moment we're kind of central. We can probably see both sets of arrivals either side of the box. I haven't yet seen anyone that's stuck out at all in terms of extraordinary clothing, so hopefully we'll still get a well-dressed tourist of the day, folks. Maybe this guy, actually. That's pretty slick.
Probably from right over there.
I think he's probably going to go on a bike ride, take his Harley along the shoreline, the west coast. Oh, look at that. She's looking at the ground as she walks forward. Ta-da! People are being very careful today. I think we saw, what, 3, 4 being told to move? I mean, that's actually not a lot compared to usual. That's pretty reasonable, in all honesty. Okay, so, excuse me, emptied a teeny bit this end. Given how bright this box is, we need to be as close as possible to directly in front of it, which we now are. Boom. Now, notice the troopers brought the horse right out of the box. I say right out, I mean his torso is 90% out of the box. I'll get us a side shot in a moment. I'm very keen, if anyone goes too close, to see if there's a response. Instinctively, I think there will be, but I wouldn't bet my life on it. I would at the other end. This end, not so sure. So we'll see. Now, because this horse has massive fuzzy feet, I'm going to take a picture and then try and ID him later. We've got a massive group of Aussie students, guys, and we know how well behaved they are here. Just arriving with Aussie green jumpers and yellow, canary yellow baseball caps. They might come over here for pictures, they might not. If they do, we will see. Right, 1 second, let's have a look at this horse. We'll see. Oh wait, he's looking directly at the camera now. The thing is, this end is very, very, very bright. Very bright this morning. So I've got no idea if the hoof number will come up in the image. Is this guy going to walk straight into the horse? Not quite. I tend actually to avoid this end. I think the reason that most people come to this end and then quickly leave is this is absolutely 100% in the glaring sunshine. It's probably 3 or 4 degrees hotter at this end, warmer at this end than at the other end. She wants to touch it, I can tell. The horse, that is. Okay, let's see if we can shot this little lady. To be honest, folks, depending on the light, in some spots that I stand, you can't actually even discernibly see the line. It really has worn away considerably. Obviously, we can see it on the right-hand side, but certain spots on the left, yeah, it's worn right through to the cobbles. They're going to need some industrial strength paint infused with gold. Oh, hold on. Friends Provident. Okay, are the Aussies coming over? I don't know, I think actually they're busy eating pizza. They've got a pizza box. As we say Aussies, if they're not Aussies wearing those colours, I'm going to be pretty shocked and feeling foolish. Okay. St Edward, folks. If they come by, I'll ask them. Jumpers, green jumpers say St Edward. What is that, private school? I would think. Oh, okay, this one's going to break the rules and embarrass Australia. It's definitely a private school. If it is in Australia, or if it's definitely a private school. One can tell. It's sort of the demeanour and the public school. When I say public, that means paid private. We call them public schools here. Haircuts, yeah. I can't really describe it, but you either know or you don't.
You filming?
I am. No, it's okay. It's okay. Thank you. I'm sort of trying to go a teeny weeny bit across the box. Not easy, but that'll do for the moment. That was a very lovely tour. She said, "Are you filming? I'll go under you." I actually thought that was charming. Meanwhile, some gent... Oh, hold on a second. Guess who's coming back to the front? Some gent has actually positioned himself in the yard with his builder's bum on display whilst he laces his shoes in front of the archway where the Gatesman just departed. I will take a brief step back. Let's hope the lovely lady in pink isn't the one that gets shouted at. Or this Korean dude. I've seen no raised swords. Oh, he did raise a sword. And we've got a lady. Look. She's like, "Who are you?" to the guard. Like, why is this guy interrupting my picture? Is what she's thinking. I'm actually ready to run backwards very quickly if necessary. They just think even that sort of curious, forward/dirty look that some of them do when the trooper interrupts their picture taking or video making. If he turns around quickly, fast, she, with her camo bag, is going to jump. Oh, the trooper just glanced. He noticed that she's in the way. Sword at the ready. No, she doesn't even bother to move. Like, why would you just stand there? It's very, very, very curious. To my mind, it's very curious that some of the tourists, I don't know, maybe they're just a bit sort of bewildered briefly. Looks like we've got a massive school group heading through. So anyone able to figure out St Edward? It's got to be Australian, come on. Maybe it's an Aussie prep school in the US. They look like they're Americans, but I'll leave it to you guys to figure that one out. Where is, or what is, St Edward? Very curious though that that particular lady decided not to get out of the way. Wait, somebody behind me just said, is that American? How can it be American? In the sense that we're not in the US, so how can the soldier be American? Okay, I kind of had a feeling that the Gatesman wouldn't this time go to the end of the tunnel. And what happened is he went into the tunnel and he's now exiting the tunnel. Perfectly judged, if I do say so myself. Still unable to decide which is the better of the two ends. I'm thinking this end actually, because now we've got a shadow having been cast somewhat over Horsey here as the sun has moved from my left over toward my right. So for the moment this will do. There we are, we're back. Ta-da! Briefly anyway.
Is this sunshade or?
It's I had it made like machine tooled to fit this. Yeah.
Zoom lens.
No, it reduces the amount of light that the camera lets in, but at the same time it also the sunlight and also natural light. Even if there's actually no sunlight, it also removes some of the natural light as well. So
This is a manual.
yeah, I mean I had it.
No, this is you made yourself.
Oh no, I had it like I had somebody design it and then build it. Like it was machine tooled for the phone.
Oh, custom made.
Yeah,
serious?
yeah, of course.
From Buckingham Palace.
No, not a Buckingham Palace. They said that, you know, much as we'd like to help you, we've got a long list of people waiting. So yeah, I had it custom made because, to be honest, I couldn't find anything that was available straight away.
This is why I stand here, because
I know, this is the thing. It's really awkward, isn't it? Sometimes you get that kind of banding across the image. It doesn't solve it, it just reduces it. But the problem is, if I go into very dark areas,
then
it looks too dark. There's no way of getting it perfect here, you know? Because most photographers choose whether they're going to film in the sunshine or in a slightly less lit environment. We can't decide that because we have to film in multiple different environments. So, bad luck for us, I guess.
It's a good idea.
Helps, but it definitely doesn't solve the problem. Yeah. A couple of other people that film here, friends of mine, nice guys, asking about the kit, folks, the new kit, and how I was able to add it. Yeah, I got one piece custom made to enable additional lenses to be fitted to it. Not because I love wasting money, but because I do like to focus on quality, to be honest. Yeah. The way I see it is that potentially, you know, and this is not my channel, it's everyone's channel, potentially people could be watching footage here as part of a social history or military research project in 50, 100, whatever 100 years from now. At which point 4K is going to seem like, you know, VHS quality, because everybody's going to be watching TV at home in, I don't know, whatever K, 100K, 500, whatever it's going to be at that point. In 100 years from now, one can't even begin to imagine how high the quality is going to be of TV and streaming services. Now, it's funny because to my left, I won't turn the camera because there are lots of people filming, including some friends of mine. To my left, it's absolutely chock-a-block. It's packed, folks, with people here. And even more are now starting to arrive coming out the gate. Look at this. I'll decide, based on what happens between now and the end of this video, whether to go for a part 2. There'll be a pause anyway, because I need to get my water bottle. From tomorrow, I'm going to start attaching the bottle to the front of my bag so I can drink whenever I need to. Okay, they're all sort of standing in front of one another right now. The gate, for the moment, is actually impassable because they've decided to block it. Look. So, sorry. It's okay. Crazy busy, no? Oh my gosh. Look, they've just all paused. The gate is completely solid. And that's problematic because... Oh, hold on. Because it means no one else can get out. I would have preferred to be filming across the box right now, but I can't because it's too busy. There's not enough space. That's the best we can do to show you the jam we've got going on at the gate. That's absolutely mad. It goes really far back into the yard as well. I'm not sure if it's one group that just arrived, but they've blocked the whole thing. This lady is in the box. Oh, Penny finally dropped. 90% certain she's Ukrainian. She couldn't hear him. He's pretty noisy here, hence him moving the horse forward a teeny weeny bit to try and get her to move herself. It's better she move than be trampled, I guess. I'm stuck for the moment, folks. It might not look busy, but trust me, it is. We are proper squished. Just about fit. Trooper box. If anyone else turns up on the left, that's interesting. I will move the camera back round again. For the moment, it's empty, unoccupied. The geniuses at the front of the queue have realised that, hey, we can actually move forward, and that should alleviate the pressure on the gate. Oh, he's back. So they're about to shoot some sort of super bad US high school comedy here. Guy with multiple jumpers around his neck. I'll keep an eye on the yard as well because there are some large groups, but no one for the moment is crowding around the archway. Everyone's crowding around me, which is why, at least for now, I can't really go anywhere. I'll move in a second when we get a bit of a gap. Dutchies here today, I can hear it being spoken. It actually did turn out to be beautiful right now. It's really nice and breezy, folks. Almost ideal conditions to be filming here. And there it is. I did tell you we'd see at least one bobble hat, and she is today's best dressed tourist. Why? Because she seems to think that horseguards is the Matterhorn. I mean, it does matter, but it's not the Matterhorn. This one's got a fur, look. Always one. On a cold day, there's always somebody with a t-shirt. On a boiling hot day or a very warm day, there's always somebody with a bobble hat. I'll never forget that Brazilian tourist we spoke to last summer when it was 30 degrees, and I said to her, why are you wearing a bobble hat? And she said, because it's cold here compared to temperatures at home, and if I didn't wear it now, I'd never get to wear it. Fair point, though. If you used to live in 35, 38, 40, 42, places like, Rio, Goiás, Brasilia, then yeah, of course, 30-ish in London is going to feel not quite chilly, but manageable.
Sorry, you can go to the edge of the white box. It's really cool. Oh, in front of the people. Oh, Mia, come on. It's a bit more sprightly. Huh? Yeah, there's not as sad as the other one.
Of course, he's almost asleep here, actually. Okay, that was quite funny. The lady next to me, you could probably hear that conversation with her daughter. Her daughter's like, I don't want to go, over with all those people. She was saying, go and go over there, like gesturing, go over toward the box. I said, no, I don't want to with all those people. I think that actually is true of a lot of people that arrive here. They think, you know what? I don't want to go over to the box and get a picture. Not so much even necessarily because there are people filming. A lot of people don't even realise it, to be honest, as we've seen many times. But not everyone is comfortable in a social situation with eyes on in that kind of environment. And I get it, I understand it. Fair is fair. Somebody in the yard actually with purple hair. I was hoping she'd come out. Could ask if she's sponsored by Quality Street. Oh, speaking of which, purple coat. They really do push the line. There was a line every time. Kind of funny. Oh. It's Dorothy from Wizard of Oz with her red shoes. Wait, were they red? I can't remember if they were red actually. Or maybe I'm confusing it with that film, The Red Shoes. Now, I'm still thinking to myself as I glance around, where are the police horses? There aren't any. Have they gone on strike? Has funding been cut? Did somebody call the palace and say it's either HCAV or the Met Mounted branch? We can't fund both. Certainly curious, isn't it, guys? First time I ever remember not seeing a single police horse on a guard change day. Oh my god. The number of people that just arrived. I'm not going to turn the camera because it's mainly young school group, but wow. There's got to be 500 people just turned up in one go on my left. Stretching all the way along toward that little shop as you approach horseguards. What on earth is going on today? I will have to make a decision shortly. I just look at the clock. It's 1:45. I think we'll probably start part 2. If, and I'm not promising, if there's going to be a part 2, it will start with the 1 o'clock changeover in the yard. If, big if. Horse here has pretty much gone to sleep. He's had enough, look. He's like, I'm tired of everyone speaking French and Spanish and Mandarin and Dutch. I can only understand English. Horses like to listen to our conversations, guys. They can't tell us, but I'm pretty sure they can understand us. Thumbs up. So, I mean, at the moment it's not looking like the Australian group. Nope, they're not coming over. Okay, here's second breast dress tourist. That's a very nice spring-themed outfit. A little bit too beigey for my liking, but hey, what do I know? Oh wow, horses. I'm not sure if you saw that, like phlegm just threw itself out of the horse's mouth toward me. I'm not sure if that guy's name is Nick or they just misspelled his Nike neck scarf. Peppy jeans. Okay, so that group is starting to leave. Fine, there's a bit of space behind me because, wow, uncomfortable for a minute then, guys, really. In a second I'll go to the other end. In a second I've got some space to move. I'll get out of here and go to the other end because right now it's just way too packed here. Everyone's coming from Parliament Square, arriving here. Can I go? Yes, you can go. I think she was asking me if it's like that. Of course. Mais oui. Okay, here he comes yet again. Oh my goodness me, look. He's definitely had his Weetabix this morning, hasn't he? There's no doubt about that. Oh, there's the sponsored by Quality Street girl. Okay, so we saw the raised sword. He will go that side and then he'll come to this side. That's good. We get a head start, folks, by coming over here before the trooper, which has got to be a good thing. I swear we saw this lady before there with the perfectly cut fringe on the left. She's busy telling jokes to his boxman colleague at the other end. Let's see if he can make this trooper laugh when he comes over. I think that Gatesman's probably got a good sense of humour. They always seem to have a little bit of a chat and a smile after the raised sword. Here he comes. Now this lady's right in his way. What do we think might happen? Oops, that's what happens. She quickly gets out of his way. Did you see her fringe? It was so well cut. I'm thinking that possibly the new demarcation line in the new border between Russia and Ukraine could be agreed based on the contours of her fringe. What do you think, my dear fellow? Yeah, it's not a bad suggestion. We just need to see if Vladimir and Vladimir will agree. Wait, it's actually, I can't even remember. God, I can't remember. It's Vladimir. I can't remember Zelensky's first name. Is it Vladimir? I think it is. He got it out of the way pretty quickly on this side, actually, as he went back through. Now, I'm naturally wondering to myself, will he go into the tunnel? And if he does, will he stay in the tunnel? I think he'll go into the tunnel, but I don't think, get ready for it, I don't think he'll stay in the tunnel. So I'm going to call it now that he'll enter, spend a minute or two, and then exit. That's my guess. But on the off chance that I'm wrong, and it is just an off chance, maybe he's doing one on, one off. First time he waited, second time he didn't. This is now his third and final, incidentally, march into the tunnel. Nope. He's coming straight back. We'll leave him to it. He's, oh my goodness, hold on. Look how many people are in the tunnel. Yikes. All frozen in admiration for the Gatesman. Great thing to see, actually, yeah. Fantastic. And curiously, having gone to the tunnel, he's now going back to the front. Obviously being followed at close quarter by someone. Very curious, actually, that he went into the tunnel, then exited the tunnel. Okay, so now it's the other way. Remember before, last summer, we had the situation whereby the Gatesman sometimes, not all the time, sometimes would be at the front, okay? He would stand there, and we've had 5, 10, 15-minute sessions in the past with the Gatesman standing at the front, patiently, effectively challenging himself. How long can I stand there before it feels uncomfortable to stand there? I don't know. Let's see. I'm not going to get too close. I'm going to stand back and off to one side because I think that's the best option. Now, he can't beat the record. It's impossible. What do I mean by that? Well, the record, give or take, is 15 minutes. That video is on the channel somewhere. You can search for it. Gatesman sets new record or whatever. So if 15 minutes is the record, the reason I say he can't beat it is that in 10 minutes, the bell is going to ring for the hour. Okay? So even if he stands here until that rings, he cannot beat the record. And bearing in mind, the record that was set by a trooper that a lot of us really enjoyed watching Summer Before Last, that record was set on a very hot day in the summer. Okay, our first tourist. I'm stepping forward a teeny bit, sorry guys, but I'm still at least 15, 16 feet from the trooper. Might not look like it, but I'm very far. How do we judge that? Well, you can see how many people will walk to and fro across the front of the camera, or people as they finish getting their picture walking away from the camera and toward the bollards. I think he will probably, in all honesty, set this year's record because this is the first time we've had a Gatesman spend any period of time at the front gate this year so far. Okay, so far. And this is really a blues thing. We don't see this with the lifeguards. It's almost like the blues testing themselves and indeed one another. Because on the day the record was set, that record broke the previous record, which had been set the same day. Yeah, both records for the Gatesman at the front on the same day. One did it, and then his colleague thought, you know what? If you can do that, I can do it better, and he did, and he won. Funnily enough, standing here in the sunshine with a white cap on me now, in 16, 17 degrees, it's hot. I haven't got a sword, I haven't got a helmet, plume, I haven't got a great heavy coat, and more importantly, I can see the clock above horseguards. And it's hot. For me, it's hot. So imagine what it's like for him. I'm not moving just so that we've got it on camera, because he might well end up having the year's best record. You never know. It's possible. There might not be a single Gatesman that can stand here longer between now and the end of 2025. Are we witnessing an annual record right now? Maybe. I mean, what are we at? 2 minutes, 3 minutes, give or take? can't beat the record. You can't beat the record because of the bell. Yeah, it's a shame, guys, because you know what? I think he's in the mood to go for the record. I actually can feel it. Outstanding, eh? The discipline. Seven minutes till the bell. I mean, I wonder what actually happened. I wonder what actually happened if, for example, he decided not to move even after the bell rang. For example, the horses are being removed. In other words, who takes who is the more senior? I'm guessing they're the same, as it were, because the boxman, the gatesman, schützman are all the same rank. Okay, they're troopers. So what I'm thinking is, if the horses were due to be removed, but the gatesman decided he wanted to not move and just stand there, what would happen? Would they take the horses around him? Would the NCO come out and say, "Hey, we're changing over, you have to leave"? I don't know. These are all... I don't even know if there's a rule book about these things. I've got no clue. I'm just curious, speaking purely theoretically, what would happen if he decided he wanted to stand there for 1 hour and not move, no matter what? I guess it would need to be an NCO or an officer ordering him to leave his post and return to the yard. I guess. I mean, I don't know, but I guess. Oh, is she going to stroll into the box? Yep, straight in the box. Yeah, that's in the box. Actually, a lot of work on the doors. Just noticed didn't notice in yesterday's video, I mentioned it, didn't I? But I hadn't noticed that this box is also having a lot of work done. A lot of filler being put all over it before the doors are repainted. I'm guessing in a nice, lovely black gloss before the summer. To be honest, it's not just the summer. I mean, this place has a lot of attention because we've got Trooping the Colour and other military events. And of course, we've got that visit, haven't we, this Friday. Wouldn't surprise me at all if horseguards is looking nice and spick and span, swept, possibly the doors repainted for that visit from the military personnel this Friday. Yeah. Could be a coincidence that they're doing it now, but I would probably put my money on it being either that and or Trooping the Colour. Right, in the yard for a minute. Let me just decide whether or not we go for part 2. It's warm, not hot for the moment. However, I don't know if there's going to be enough people here to justify jumping into a part 2. Plus, to be fair, we did get quite a lot in this part 1, didn't we? Overall, it was like a reasonable amount of occurrences, especially having seen that at the end of the tunnel and then also back here at the front gate. There's still lots and lots of people arriving. This is what I wanted to see for a minute or so. But what happened, guys, to the police horses? Where are the police horses? I don't know, maybe because it's warm they decided to walk them in St James's Park or something. Very curious, in all honesty. Exceptionally so. Oh, in fact, she's probably our best dressed tourist, that lady on the bike. Guys, finishing this part 1. You might not know, but every year, after Trooping the Colour, there is another event here at Horseguards. Military Musical Spectacular, aka Beating the Retreat, or actually Beating Retreat. Tickets available 15th, 16th, 17th of July, 7:30 p.m. Tickets from £25. Okay, so everyone is now being told by this trooper to get behind the white line. I myself am going to plonk myself on this corner and be back shortly for part 2. Bye for now.